Hi, and welcome to Child Development 2113, which is Nutrition, Health, and Safety for Young Children. I am going to take this opportunity to just kind of walk you through our classroom, which is on campus. Since we're an online class, most of you have already taken at least one class, if not many. So it'll kind of be a refresher for you, but I do encourage you to keep watching because there'll be information about class, about the course, and something new that you'll learn. So we'll just get going. So of course, here's your homepage. You will always see something like this at the top, but right now there is an employment opportunity in Hobart. So if you're in that area, you scroll on this and look. Some semesters you might be watching this and this not be here, but it currently is. Normally your welcome page starts right here. And then here's information about me. Erin Sturgeon, by the way, if I didn't say, I'll be here instructing this class and most of your child development classes. And my office hours are posted right here. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, my office hours are from 10:30 to 1:30. And during those office hours, I am physically in my office. So you can stop by, you can call my office phone number, or you can Zoom. I have Zoom just open during that time and ready for you to hop in. You'll be put in a waiting room first, and just in case I do have a waiting room there just in case I'm in with another student. So I'll have to let you in. But if you do have to wait for a few minutes, just be patient. It just means I'm with someone else already. And it's no different if you physically went to an instructor's office and noticed a part office. So I love to see people on there. So just hop on anytime you have a chance. And I know most of you are at work at that time, but this provides an opportunity if during lunch or nap time or something, you've got to hop on, you can do that. And then on Tuesdays, I also have an office hour from 8 to 9 that night. And that's because, like I just said, I know most of you are working during the day. And so this gives you an opportunity to try an evening to get with me. That is virtual only because I'm not sitting in my office from 8 to 9 at night, but you can hop on the Zoom. The phone number that you have for me is my office, so don't call it, just Zoom with me at that time. Wednesdays, I'm available from 10:30 to 11:30 instead of 1:30 because then I'm again available from 3:30 to 5:30. I offer those hours because you live around Altus and get off work somewhere in here, you can stop by in person. Thursdays, the same as Monday and Tuesday, 10:30 to 1:30. Friday is from 12 to 1, just the 1 hour, and it is also virtual, just like Tuesday night. And just like Sundays from 5 to 6. So again, this is that I know most of you are working full time. You're going to do your homework on the weekends, and if you've got a question before assignments are due on Monday, you can hop on and see that. So how do you get to Zoom? By clicking this link right here or by scanning this QR code with your phone, either way. My Zoom office hours do not require an appointment, but if you wanted to make one just to ensure your time slot or to give me information about what you want to talk about, then you could certainly schedule it. Know to be ready for you. Scrolling right along. All of your online instructors should have this posted in Canvas, and I will just read it and talk about it as I go. This is your instructor's plan for regular and substantive interaction. That's interaction with you, the student. The student can expect timely and frequent interaction with the instructor throughout the course. Each assignment will have a due date on the calendar, syllabus link, or within the module. So that is a due date, and we'll talk about late penalties, late policies, and the instructor will communicate with the student using email, announcements, discussions, assignments, office hours, and or virtual Zoom meetings. I think I do all of those. I don't usually use email unless you've emailed me first. I usually use the Canvas inbox to get a hold of you. So that's basically the same thing. I make lots of class announcements, or I try to, and I do hold those very important. To me, this is our classroom right here with Canvas. So it's the only way I have to communicate with you since we're online. And to me, not reading your class announcements, I see that as skipping class. As a student, it's an in-person class because the only way I can communicate with you. So make sure you're reading those. I'm going to hold you accountable for anything that isn't announced. I'm going to interact with you in discussions. Those discussions, students will take part in them, but I will also join in and take part in the discussion. Of course, you're going to have assignments. We already talked about office hours and Zoom meetings. So some of my office hours are Zoom, or all of them. And we'll also have one class Zoom per semester, and that's a requirement of the college, and you are required to attend. So make sure you check and see when the date is on that for this semester. And if for some reason you have a conflict, you need to reach out to me before the meeting to make arrangements. I don't hear from you until after. It's not gonna, you're not gonna get credit for it. So make sure you make arrangements before. The student can expect instructor-initiated posts, replies, or follow-up questions on discussion boards. About this. Individualized feedback on assignments. So that comes in the form of your submission comment. When I am grading your assignment, I'll make a submission comment and give you some kind of insight about how you did. It takes time to do those, so please take time to read them. They're also a good learning tool because I do try to give you feedback that would be meaningful for you in your job. So please make sure that you're reading those. And sometimes you'll see a message there that says open the document. Sometimes I forget, so you might open the document anyway, but in the document, sometimes I have more specific notes because I can highlight specific words or specific rows. So just make sure that you're reading those. Again, we're not in person, so I can't talk to you about your assignment the way that I do it. Live Zoom discussions or meetings, we just talked about that. Announcements, we talked about that. And here is what you can expect from me as well. The instructor will respond to learner inquiries or requests for assistance in 2 business days. I like to think I do a lot better than that. I know that when you've got a question, time is of the essence. You need to get your work done and figure things out. So I like to think that I do a lot better than 2 business days. But just realize that the college does allow us up to 2 business days, meaning if you message me on a Monday, I'm allowed for it to be until Wednesday to get back to you. Or if it's a Friday, it's 2 business days, so it might not be until Tuesday. But again, I try really hard for that not to ever be the case. So if it ever is, it probably means that something is going on with me. That said, please realize that I'm not working, while I do work outside of typical work hours a lot of times, I'm not working 24/7. So, you might not get immediate responses all the time. And then also it says that we're going to provide feedback on assignments within 7 days of the due date. So your due date in this class is going to be Monday at midnight, which means I have until the following Monday at midnight to get assignments graded and back. Please keep in mind that that does say the due date, not when you turn it in. So if you're somebody who likes to turn your assignments in early, that's great and I appreciate it, but my 7 days don't start then. My 7 days start at the date. And the only reason that really matters to me is because it is easier to grade everyone's assignment of a certain type. So I usually grade it to the function. So if you keep scrolling on the homepage, we've got our conceptual framework for the program. So we call it the STAR conceptual framework. And it promises that we're looking to help students be successful. We're teaching, learning, growing, and development through teaching, learning, growing, and developmentally appropriate practices, assessment and improvement, and reflection and research. And so this is what we hope you learn to accomplish and what we're striving for with you. Each point on the STAR is a NAEYC standard. We are NAEYC accredited, and I'll talk about that in a second, but they've got 6 standards that I need to meet in my teaching throughout the program. And so these are basically like our learning outcomes. There are objectives that you would have when taking a lesson. And these are the ones that we have for you. So that is our conceptual framework. Okay. So we are a NAEYC accredited program. That's the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And that means that as a college, we need to meet certain standards in order to help you succeed. And we're proud to have that accreditation. So moving right along, I'm going to switch to student view. So this should be your menu right here. If you can't see this menu, it means you need to click on these dots. So here is your course syllabus. And then you need to read it. You need to be familiar with some of the policies in it, especially about particular assignments. And you are going to have questions over it. So make sure that you use that when you get to one of your assignments for this first week. I want to point out that we do have a late policy. Like I said, assignments are due Mondays at midnight. And if they're not turned in by Monday at midnight, the grade book is going to automatically put in 0. So that just expect that that's going to happen. It doesn't mean it stays there. If you get the assignment turned in, that 0 is going to go away. It is going to go with a deduction of 5% per day. So if you turn it in Tuesday and you made 20 out of 20 points on it, you're going to get 19%. So deduction of 5% per day. It's automatic. So be prepared for that. Moving right along, your announcements can be seen here. They can also be seen on the homepage. There aren't any yet. They're not there, but I have it set where the most recent announcement display up here. So just make sure you're checking those and reading those regularly. While I'm on this page, I would like to point out that you do have your nifty to-do list here. I do love that to-do list. It feels so good when you submit something and get to check things off that to-do list. That's just, I think, really handy. That is one way to see your assignments. You can also see your assignments in the grades module. That should not be the only way you see your assignment. Your main way of viewing assignments should be by going to modules. And the reason is because in modules, you're going to have learning material that you're not going to have if you just go straight to the assignment. It's going to tell you how to start your document. It's going to tell you what you need to read for the week and what videos you need to watch and things like that. So just go straight to the assignment. Sometimes. So again, speaking of modules, here they are. This is your first module, and then it gets into each week. So you'll click on this, and there's a video and very important information about the class. This is your textbook for this class. If you click right here, you should have realized already, I hope you did, that you didn't have to buy a textbook for this class. And I hope you were thrilled by that it saved you some money, because I've worked really hard the last few weeks to try to update my class design completely. These new materials that I have found that you don't have to buy. So this is your textbook. You can download it and keep it forever. I recommend that you do. You can print it if you prefer reading. This is your textbook. So I hope you enjoy that. A couple warnings. It is developed by a team in California. So some of the information in it is California specific. I have tried and am trying to go in and make sure to update where it's necessary to Oklahoma information instead. Some of the things it doesn't necessarily matter if it says California or Oklahoma, but I'm trying to update things where it doesn't matter. So just know that if you catch something, it just means I haven't gotten there yet. And it also, so each week I'll post just the chapter that you need to read. So this is the full document, and then each week I'll post a PDF of just that chapter, which occasionally could be a little bit different than what's here if between then and now, or between now and then, I catch something that I need to change. It wouldn't be major, but so then you've got your field experiences, and there's a whole other video here, same with key assessment, your child development professional portfolio, which you should have built in 1103. Again, you for some reason haven't taken that, then speak to me about that. So maybe get you a child development professional portfolio built. Class discussion criteria and point distribution, make sure that you go over that and know that you're getting all the points available each time we do a discussion. And this is all information that you just need to go through. And then we get to week 1. We've got to start here just telling you basically that you have these 2 assignments this week. You're going to introduce yourself to the class in a class discussion. You can't see it yet because it's locked, so I'm going to move to view so that we can look at it. And you're going to do three main things this week. You're going to tell us your name, your experience with children, or maybe if you don't know that, identify where this class fits into your goals, be that educational, professional, or personal. And then you're gonna kind of scan through the book, the table of contents, headings, titles, diagrams, pictures, and see what you think so far. See what and share with your classmates what sticks out to you that you're excited to learn more about. Then you're going to get those artifact points that are on that page we talked about before, your class discussion criteria. So right here. This week it's really easy because you can have fun with it. Family, it can be a picture of some dish that you make that you're really proud of. It can be a link to your favorite podcast, a picture of your favorite book, a funny meme, whatever you want to share this week. Just share it and caption it and get those artifacts. You can also see rubrics for discussions by clicking three dots right here and saying show rubric. Right there it is. Okay, over 30 points apiece. So get those points. Also this week, you're going to answer questions about Canvas and the course. So there are 20 questions that you can find by watching videos, by going through every page, by going through your syllabus. It's all there. So just be thorough. If you can't find something, just dig a little bit deeper. If you have dug through everything and are sure you're stuck, then reach out to me. But the point in this assignment is to find information by familiarizing yourself with our classroom. So that is the second assignment for this week. The third thing for this week is bonus, and that is to use your Canvas inbox to send me a funny meme or something that'll make me laugh. January is kind of rough. It's cold, it's kind of boring sometimes. We just had the holidays, so it's not as fun. So send me something that'll make me laugh. In my Canvas inbox, make sure you're in this course when you do it, so that it labels which course you're in. Make sure you have subject line and just send me something. And that's bonus for this week. Keep scrolling. Go back to students. Sorry, you're seeing things that you can't see. Okay. So that's week one. I've already posted the week two discussion because I want to make sure you have plenty of time to do it. Your 48 hours that you have to make your first post will not start until 2 days after it should have been posted. So, like I said, assignments are due on Monday night. Assignments are due on Monday night, and then new assignments will be posted on Tuesday mornings. So for those 48 hours, you've got until Thursday morning to get your full point. And so for this discussion that is already posted, you've got this week, but then once we start, it won't be deducted until Thursday next week. And so I went ahead and posted also, if you keep scrolling, the mandatory Zoom hours for this class is February 1st at 7 p.m. So if that's not going to work for you, reach out to me. It tells you the dates of each week. There might occasionally be more information posted here in some of these. You can look at the course map to get some ideas of what is to come, but then the company assignments you might have per week or something. But as we talk about in one of these video here, this is not a self-paced correspondence course. Online courses are moderated by the instructor, and so you set the pace there. It's not just a work at your own pace. The grades tab shows you what you've made. So if any of these assignments have been turned in, you have a grade here, and then you have a little text box showing that you have a submission comment. And again, this is another way that you can get to your assignments besides the to-do list or modules. And we've gone through everything you need to know for right now. Thanks for watching, and I hope that my bonus encourages you to watch videos every time that they're posted. All right, I'll see you soon.